Hello everyone, we are Team B and we are here to present our brochure. The title of our brochure is Encountering Cell Counterparts. We were tasked to make a brochure about cells and their real life counterparts. As you can see, this is our finished product that we have made. This wouldn't be here if it weren't for our hardworking researchers and editors. How did we do it? We did it by dividing the roles by members so that each individual has a job to do that they must take responsibility with. The given roles were editor-in-chief, managing editor, copy editor, graphic designer, and the researchers. First, the editor-in-chief divided the members and gave them roles. The researchers were given an activity to do. They were tasked by researching the given cells to them and giving their real life counterparts. When the researchers were already done, the next task was given to the copy editor to make grammatical changes and make research shorter without losing any informations. The next task was given to the managing editor and the graphic designer to make and design the brochure while the editor-in-chief was supervising. What platforms we use to communicate with each other? We used Messenger and Discord as our form of communication because we were already familiar with it. The researchers used Messenger to deliver their research to the editor-in-chief, while the editors used Discord as their way of communication because of its voice chat and screen share feature. We were all ready to help each other in making the brochure. As you can see, there are screenshots where the editors is helping each other in Discord in designing the brochure. Yes. Challenging questions. Marielle is an 11th STEM student. Her teacher announced that they will be given an exam about the cell structure and function on the next meeting. Marielle is a bit worried because she cannot fully understand the concept by just reading the handouts given to them. So, she decided to compare a cell into a real-life attraction to help her recognize and understand better the concept. If you are Marielle, what real-life attraction can you compare to a cell? Here is our answer. Cells can be compared to delivery companies because they deliver good to us like cells deliver nutrients throughout our body. Discussion of the output. Cells and their real-life counterparts. First up, the nucleus, or we can compare it to the president. The president maintains power over a nation in the same way that the nucleus maintains control over a cell. Next up, lysosome, or the cleaning staff. They can be used to destroy viruses and bacteria that have infiltrated the system. The cleaning workers or busboys are real-life representation of lysosomes in a restaurant. Next up, chloroplast, or the solar panels. Photosynthesis, the process by which light energy is converted to chemical energy, resulting in the creation of oxygen and energy-rich organic compounds. Solar panels are a real-life representation of a chloroplast. Next up, vacuoles, known as toilet or septic tank. A vacuole's job is to preserve the balance of water. The elements of a septic tank are also more on water, and human waste is an example of contaminant that the vacuoles and septic tank kill or get rid of. Cytoplasm, or also known as the swimming pool. In contrast to eukaryotes, the cells are smaller and have more straightforward cytoplasm structure. A swimming pool is similar to a cytoplasm because they are composed of fluid. Next up, rough endoplasmic reticulum or traffic in the highway. The production and processing of particular proteins is one of the key functions of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. They can be sent to the Golgi apparatus for further processing or to organelles after being exported via membrane vesicles. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum or highways. They are similar to city roads and highways in that they are used to transport goods and people around the city. Peroxisome or water plants. Peroxisomes are involved in lipid biosynthesis as well as providing a compartment for oxidation reactions. Water plants are like peroxisomes. They are both detoxify substances or water and alcohol, which can be then later be used. Golgi body delivery trucks is a cell organelle that helps with the processing and packaging of proteins and lipid molecules, especially those that are intended for cell export. Since delivery trucks pick up meat, vegetables, dairy products, and other things and transport them to the marketplace, the Golgi apparatus can be compared to market delivery truck. Cell membrane or baggage scanner. The cell membrane is the same as the body and luggage scanners at airports. They allow unique items into or out of the airport to keep it safe and secure. Cell wall or Great Wall of China. In a cell, the cell wall serves a variety of purposes, including defense, structure, and support. They can be compared to walls or fortresses since they protect from outside threats. Next, cilia and flagella, a robot team. Cilia and flagella are multicellular appendages found in most microorganisms and animals, but not in higher plants. In multicellular organisms, cilia functions to move a cell or group of cells or to help transport fluid or material past them. Next, the mitochondria or digestive system. Its role is to convert nutrients into clean, usable energy. A comparable example is a human stomach. Food is consumed by humans and is then digested by the body and converted to energy. Next is the cytoskeleton or farmland. The cytoskeleton is comparable to a farm's land with microfilaments serving as fences, since it keeps the farm in good shape while allowing crops and animals to perform essential tasks including divisions and movements. Ribosomes or car factory. One or more ribosomal RNAs or rRNAs and numerous ribosomal proteins make up each other subunits or R proteins. A car factory would be a real life example. Car instructions or mRNA are entered, car parts are assembled, amino acid chain, and then completed cars are released, which are the proteins. So here are our team's reflections. So first up is me. So we were given a task that was by group. Our group was composed of 8 members, so we decided to assign each member a task so that we could finish the task immediately. Our brochure is all about cells. We designed it according on cells. Cells are the smallest units of life, and hence are often referred to as the building blocks of life. The study of cells is called cell biology, cellular biology, or cytology. Cells consist of cytoplasm enclosed within a membrane which contains many biomolecules such as proteins and nucleic acids. Next is Jobert, Jhet, Calisin.
I am learning through this activity because it made the cells and its organelles easy to understand because they were compared to real-life objects or things. Because of this, I was able to learn a bunch of things that didn't stick to me the first time it was explained to us. Our graphic designers made the design simple and comfortable to the eye by using colors that match each other and by aligning the background picture so nothing is out of place. The way our editors implemented and is precise and accurate, and by double checking the text for grammatical errors and fixing some sentences. That is our finished product. Next up is Dean Joshua Ortiz.
Cells. As is what mentioned in our brochure, cells are basic building blocks of all living things. The human body is composed of trillions of cells. They provide structures for the body, take in nutrients from the food, convert those nutrients into energy, and carry out specialized functions. Cells also contain the body's hereditary materials and can make copies of themselves. In short, cells are everything. One can one cannot possibly exist without a cell to make it or compose it. This activity taught us, or to be more precise, it showed us how cells work. Finding and using these counterparts, we can identify what and how are these cells functioning. Applied to daily life and environment, we can use these examples to imagine or give us an idea what happens inside a cell. Next, we have Jayven Peter Dy.
Cells are the fundamental building blocks of all living beings, as mentioned in our brochure. There are trillions of cells in the human body. They support the body structure, absorb nutrients from food, turn certain nutrients to energy, and perform specialized functions. Cells also hold the body's genetic material and have the ability to replicate themselves. In a nutshell, cells are everything. Without them, nothing can be made or composed. This practice showed us how a cell functions. Or to be more exact, it taught us how a cell works. Finding and using these counterparts allow one to determine when and how these cells function in the real world. We will use these representations to visualize or get a sense of what happens within a cell. Next up is Vince Yeshua Bataller.
I learned that a cell is just like the world, that all non-living and living things are connected. A cell is part of all and functions as a team that has part to do or to operate. It is also a basic units of life, in part because they come in discrete and easily recognizable packages. Cell is also an important thing in life, because without it, there is no life at all. Lastly, cell is everywhere, not only microscopic ones, but the entire part of the universe, because everything is all connected and has a role in life.
By doing the group activity of finding the similarities of a specific part of a cell to real-world use, we slowly realized and learned on how cell functions and the purpose of it. Humans may perceive or even get an understanding about what happens within a cell using these examples. As mentioned in our brochure, they provide basic support for the body, absorb nutrients from food, converting those nutrients to energy, and finally perform specialized functions. Cells are fundamental building blocks of all living things. The human body is made out of cells. To clarify, cells are everything. Nothing can be produced or produced without them.
Through this activity, me and my group mates cultivated a new profound skill. This activity was a success for we efficiently deal with the tasks and problems on the process of doing this said activity. We learned that our work could be a lot more efficient and faster through the use of technology. We started dividing the tasks to each member so everyone has a task to do. Since our teacher kindly grouped us together with our friends, our teamwork was no doubt great, for we know a little about each other. We decided to do our work synchronously together through Discord server, which we talk and chatted with each other. We share our work live with every member, where each of us help and guide each other's work, where we give and share our ideas, opinions to make the project better. Each member did their part successfully, resulting to quickly and successfully finishing the project. We learned that each member has an important and unique role with a specific task for the project, such as an organelle. For every organelle has its own unique function which work together with other organelles for a cell to work or function, just as our group, where each member did their task, combined them with other members' work to finish the project.
The whole lesson is all about coping with biology. From the word itself, bio, which means life. Biology is the study of life, including all living things and living organisms. On this activity, we tackled in our brochure about the trillions of building blocks of all living things called cell. That is also known for its special function in every living organism, especially in human body. Also, in this activity, I learned about the specialized cell structure that perform specific function called organelles like nucleus, cell wall, cell membrane, ribosome, cytoplasm, and more organelles that are responsible for performing specialized job in order for them to work from one another to successfully perform an organism's biological function. Moreover, with the help of this brochure, I am now aware not just of the cell that's known as the basic unit of life, but also of its organelles. For me, the design of the content including the fonts and layout is neat, clean, and also well elaborated. In this way, the content of the brochure is easy to read and to understand by the reader. The informations are direct to the point, precise, and also specific. So just like me, if the other people would read this brochure, it is easy for them to analyze and to get the informations about the cell itself.
That is our project, and that is all. Thank you. Our members: Jobert Jhet A. Calisin, Dean Joshua Ortiz, Gio Ronald Olarte, Jayven Peter Dy, Charles Marcus Bongala, Clyde Jordan Albaniel, John Allen Bejerano, Vince Yeshua Bataller. Thank you.